What are the things are there? Okay, project management subject. What are the things are there? Okay, picture in which we can see that a project manager is discussing how the project should go in the forward direction by seeing the a chart in which the movements of all activities are been there. We want to discuss the definition of project management, history of project management. Why do companies use project management? Whether it is a construction company, software company, why is so this is the course objectives and course outcome of the project management subject, in which we student will be able to describe the various concepts involved in project management, explain scientific methods of planning and management, segregate the material as per their usage, and explain process to find production rate of construction equipment, demonstrate methods of manpower planning, and use various project monitoring methods, discuss engineering economics and different laws associated with project management, differentiate the methods of project selection and recommend the best economical project. Whereas the outcome of this project management subject is the student will be able to describe project life cycle and domains of project management. He will be able to explain networking methods and their applications in planning and management, categorize material as per usage, annual usage, and calculate production rate of construction material equipments, demonstrate resource allocations techniques and apply it for manpower, understand economical terms and different laws associated with project management, apply method of project selection, and recommend best economical project. Syllabus of project management goes in this way. Unit 1 talks about introduction of project management, like objectives, function of management, principle of management, then what are the domain areas of project management, there is certifications, and what are the responsibilities of relations of project manager. Unit 2 talks about how the project planning and scheduling is done using various charts like bar charts, also network, CPM. All these tools are being used so that the project planning and scheduling is done in a proper way. Unit 3 talks about project resources and site planning, where the resources, whether it is sand or any resources are there, they are properly uh, used and economical project output is obtained. Then unit 4 comes, in which project monitoring and control is done, in which the thing is seen that how economical this project can be done by optimizing the resources which are allocated to us. Then unit 5 talks about project economics, in which different price, rent, cash flow, demand curve, equilibrium in the demand, all these terms which are related to the economics of the project is discussed, and appraisal of the project is discussed in unit 6, in which we are going to see the profit which is upload we are going to get from the project by various appraisals, and these are the books which are available uh, for project management book subject. The first book I will recommend is BC Bhumia and Khandelwal. The name is Project Planning and Control with PERT and CPL. Publisher is Firewall Media Lakshmi Publication. second book I will suggest as B.B. Goyal, publisher, and Deep and Deep publisher, Project Management Principle and Techniques. And the third book I will recommend is Construction Project Management Planning and Scheduling and Control by K.K. Chitkara, Tata Microbial Publishing Company, New Delhi. Other books also are reference books you can refer, but majority of our syllabus is been covered in these books. So now today let us start with what is the definition of project management. Before that, everybody has to know what is project. Project is converting a vision, a dream into or a need to a reality. So whatever vision if anybody has in the mind is come to reality by using the term called as project. So here we can see project comprises of these four parts like time, cost, scope, and quality. This triangle has to be maintained. So that is the thing. So the job that has been given beginning and end, that is called as time, and the specific outcome or scope of the project, what is whether it is construction project, whether it is a software project, specific outcome is should be there, and at a stated level of performance, the quality has to be maintained, and the budget has also is very important whenever you are going to discuss a project. And what are the characteristics of project? It is should be unique, and it has a definite start and end of this project. So the characteristics of project. Project services is different in some distinguishable way. So let us discuss now project management by taking a story of four idiots. In this story, uh, this goes like this: everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. There was an important job to be done by these four idiots, and everybody was asked to do it. Everybody was sure that somebody could do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody would. Somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job to do it. Everybody thought that anybody could do it, and nobody realized that everybody wouldn't. It ended up that everybody blamed somebody. In meantime, nobody got the job done. So this happens with many people, and these four people thought were given a job to be done, but they blamed everybody that you should do the job, you should do the job, but nobody done the job, and that is the outcome. So if you want to make a project successful, your coordination, your unity, all these points will come into existence, and because of this, the project can be accomplished. So that is the story, moral of the story. So management, if project, we are discussing project, but what is management? Management is a technique of understanding the problems in the project, the needs in the project, and use all the resources, uh, cost, uh, times, scope, and quality. So all this is management. And if I take our topic, that is a subject, that is project management. Project management is nothing but application of knowledge, skills, application knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities in order to make stakeholders needs and expectation from the project. Stakeholder can be any. For example, in our case, the owner of the building, if you are a civil engineer, the owner of the building who is going to purchase a flat, that he is a stakeholder. Okay, so application of all your knowledge, application of all your skills or tools and techniques in the project activity to be done to meet the owner's needs, that is the project management. So completion of project on time, within the budget, without compromising quality, is in short can be told as project management. So in the history, how the project management was in the bygone ages, how project management came into existence. Let us now go for that. So you can see that this pyramid was made by management of project, and the managers and were very much keen to manage this project, but the time duration was very large. Okay, so academic research history of project management is very old. In real life, a human being has implemented project thousands of years ago. But the starting point in human history has been construction field, and still today we have many of them: pyramids, monuments, Roman aqueducts, and canalization systems. These are all made by happening by our civil engineer and project management uh, philosophy. Roman aqueduct, this different structures like pyramid is this one, and this history of Pharaoh Djoser burial monument was which was built in the year BC of 2780. Uh, in this monument, the highest priest and architect was the leader of construction work. So this priest made the project management, and he came into existence. It represents a giant leap in building techniques. Okay, so earlier uh, the laborers and contractors do the work, but a priest came into existence as a leader, and he managed the project and made a monument, monument here you can see, which is standing, and which is the oldest standing stone monument from the year 2780 BC. Okay. Also, there are some projects like Pyramid of Cheops, which was built in the year 2006, 2650 BC. The height was 148 meter, and it consisted of 2 lakhs 30,000 stones elements were there. It will require almost 1 lakh people, uh, and it took almost 20 years to build this pyramid of chiefs. But workers were changed after 3 months. This is because there were no tools or equipments available. So this was the disadvantage of, because of which the 20 years time was taken to complete this project. So ancient project like construction of pyramid required huge amount of human labors and coordination of operation. Only few people could become leaders of the operation. Labor consist of slaves and poor people. So this way, the coordination of whole project was done in the history in the year 2780 BC and like that. So here, from the history, we can understand that creation, if you want to create any project, coordination and of construction is very much important in the project. So meaning of a project management was developed at this point, that coordination, because of coordination of construction, coordination required for construction of like in front of you, you can see that there is a pyramid, sorry, there is a monument which is been standing from bygone, which is made of stone, required coordination, which help to make this build. Then comes the industrial area. Industrial area, which speaks that to make a change by project management, example, new product, goal, market mechanization, practice, organization, etc. Project management is required. So that was the industrial area in which the example can be given as in the 19th century, uh, the technical and industrial development projects become more common, uh, like uh, this buildings were prepared. Okay, like concrete buildings were prepared. These were the examples that came into existence, because of which project management became very vastly used in the industrial era. So Henry uh, Henry Jant. So Henry Gant is called as the father of project management. You have to remember this word. Henry Gant is father of project management. In the year 1861 to 1999, his existence was there. He what he gave was he developed, planning and monitoring techniques. The most important gift he has given to us is Gantt chart or bar chart. The bar chart is the invention made by the Henry Gantt. Okay, so also many things like in the history we can see that Rome construction of various cathedrals and for looking beautiful buildings. Many uh, this era was came, and in this era all the beautiful churches and beautiful things were came in the year 500 to 1500 AD. So project management is not coming to existence today, but it's from bygone ages like that. So Gantt scheme or Gantt chart is came into existence by Henry Gantt. Gantt developed work sequence management as well as that's called as work breakdown structure. Okay. Uh, Also, what is the meaning of WBS or work management? Work breakdown structure. Work breakdown structure is nothing but project is divided into smaller units, which makes it easier to manage and disseminate tasks for staff members. So if I break the project, whole of the project, let us take a house. If I break this project, constructing a house into very small parts like excavation, then your constructing a plinth beam, then comes your constructing your uh, this columns. After the columns and uh, this the slab will come. If I break this all this construction of a house into this smaller parts, what will happen? It will become very easier to see that project will be divided into smaller parts, and it will be easier to handle and to the project manager to complete the project in scheduled time. So this is a chart or Gantt chart which was invented by Henry Gantt, in which in this in front of you this is a reverse engineering project. Okay, so this is a project in which various report has to be made. Okay, at the end, and what is the outcome in which you are going to see what is things like material. Some materials are there, and materials are going to be checked uh, how the working are how their materials are going to be analyzed. So initially the person has to be assigned teams who are going to do this project. So this 2 months, this 15 days or from February 19 to 22 days, persons were assigned where persons were identified and given their work of reverse engineering project. In this, after giving to them, select in the selection of topic was done. Then this team work on writing the proposal or writing the document of this project is going to go from February to March. This is the way. And after that, while writing the project only, they were doing the 7 days work of making a chart and diagrams which were required in the thesis or final report, and mechanical dissection was done. Then sketching or drawing more drawings were done. Then computer modeling or doing the project in software, that was done in March end from March end to April 23, and material analysis or whatever material is there, that was done from April, start of April to whole of the month of April. Material analysis were done, and uh, while writing project proposal, okay, 7 days work was started for writing final report. So this starting was done from February only, and slowly this project, as the project was going to complete, before that the 90% of the work of final report was done, and in the May whole of the report was completed. So this was the engineering project which represented by a bar chart or Gantt chart. Okay, so many things were discovered in the history by like making an aqueduct. Aqueduct is nothing but this is siphon. Water is going to water flowing from main source. Okay, and this main from this main source, uh, this air shafts are being provided, and there is aqueduct is there. This is an aqueduct which is going to provide so that the movement of this water is done properly. So this type of structures will came across to make the project successful for any project. So this aqueduct, so this cycle, there was a crossing required. So we discuss so for any project or any of these aqueduct project also we require project management, which is essential to complete the project in time. Why do companies use project management? Because to handle project efficiently in an organization, project management is required. To define the project and agree with customer, to plan and assess resources needs for the project, to estimate project cost and make proposals, to plan and schedule activities in each project, to allocate the right resources at the time, right time, to assess risk and failure points and make backup plans, to lead a project team to effectively and communicate well. So these are the things which are required for to run the company for as a project management. In project management, all these things can be done to plan, schedule, and to handle the projects effectively. Project management is required. Also, to explore the latest concept and techniques of project management, to increase contribution to the organization, to prove yourself skillful in managing projects, and to learn a new thought process that helps organize thinking and structural approach. Project management is required. To acquire a professional degree, also project management is required. And endless possibilities and benefits are achieved by project management. So in all project management plan is to tell how work will be done. Okay, how work will be done. For example, input is there are team members are there, money is there, time is there, and some tool is there. And project, what project does is the output will be deliverables of it. A machine has to be made. So there should be money, time, team members should be there who are going, and there should be goal how the machine will look. And the project of 1 year takes place, and output will be the machine should be given in the hand of a owner. So, the key to successful project is on planning. All the detailed planning work for different aspects of project is integrated in a single plan known as project management plan. So, planning is very important in project management. Planning. So, what is established by planning? So, first, why is why the from business case, why and what are management statement of such success criteria and should be agreed with project sponsor, who will be the work and stakeholder awareness of the project. So all these questions are been raised while planning. So who are the stakeholders, who is going to have this product, whether it is a machine, whether it is a car, whether it is a building, who is the stakeholder, that awareness should be there. When deals with schedules and phasing for project, how which is the project manager vision to implement project from beginning to end, and how much to cover the cost and budgets. So cost has to be also planned properly. But now we know that there are challenges, current challenges are there like in project management. The first and foremost challenge is the inability to achieve on time, uh, on budget and quality of the deliveries due to lack of controls. So if there is less control on time, budgets, and the quality, because of that, there's current challenges are there. There is also lack of visibility on project procurement and contract management. What is project procurement? Let's say if you are constructing a building, uh, you need to have machines and materials on time. If it not come on the site on time, that is called as procurement. So if procurement visibility or lack of visibility of project procurement is not coming on time, the project will delay and the cost of the project will increase. Uh, Buying due to less, like buying due to less no project communications, like regarding risk management, poor or no documentation. Documentation records is very much important to manage the project, or irregular project health checks carried out. So health space, whether the project is going in risk zone or not, that also are the major challenges. Inability to review existing project against changing priorities, lack visibility on resource demands. Resources are very much sometimes constant, like drivers go on strike, that or there is a lack of power facility, electricity, or anything loads. All these demands make the challenges of projects or issues in the project very critical. Scope or tightly controlled, leading to ROI goal unmet, and inaccurate scope definition or no detailed project plans to achieve. Planning is also a challenges. Some points are not taken in planning. So some challenges are there. Based on this, we can tell that the process can be defined of project management are divided into four: planning, scheduling, controlling, and closing. These are the four major to success of the project management. The process should be in this four. If this four is not taken into mind, project is become unsuccessful. Planning, scheduling, controlling, and closing are the four phases or process of project management. So when the process starts, what are the things which are we are to remember? During initially the process is done, planning process, execution of the process, execution of the project after planning, execution of the process start. Once execution of the process start, once results implemented, corrective actions to be taken, should be taken, so that the project not fails or quality is not hampered. So that work results implemented, corrective actions need to be taken, and uh, controlling is done. And after that, this corrective action taken, again execution of the work is done, and everything is done. Then we go corrected products delivers for formal assemblies. After this, we go for corrected products are available, and after that we close. So this loop chart has to be followed. Initially planning, execution, controlling, again execution, and then corrected products are to be identified. That is are to be produced. That is the project management process. So project management process, we have discussed that there are 4 points, phases. There are planning, scheduling, controlling, and closing. So what is done in planning? Planning, we do most important phase of the project. Planning is an art and science of converting a set of objectives to realization or reality. Okay, converting the objective, whatever thing is there in the mind, has to be come into existence through series of steps executed in an organized and predictive way, so that there will be less requirements of changes in the plan later on. So planning should be done in such a way that the objectives should be very proper to make the thing in the reality. Okay, so steps has to be executed in a organized and predictive way, not unpredictable. The old saying is that the plan the work, work on the plan. Okay, many sayings are there. Like if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Many things are there. Or this thing is that plan the work the plan, like that. So this is the thing. Scheduling is the second phase. In this phase, the process of formalizing the plan activities, uh, assigning duration, resources, and sequence of occurrence in consultation with team members is done. What is the meaning of this? So we are going to plan activities. We are going to assign duration. Any activity, if construction project is there, I will give the duration for excavation as 4 days. Okay, that assigning the duration of the activities. Then resources, how much labors are required for excavation, and the sequence. After excavation, I will go for cleaning. So this is done in scheduling phase with consultation with team members. In controlling, planning and scheduling phase are undertaken before actual project starts. Okay, these two stages are done before the actual execution of the project is started. Then controlling. What control we are going to know? Controlling phase is undertaken during actual project preparation. Whenever the execution stage start, the controlling phase starts. What is the meaning of controlling? Project controlling is a mechanism established to determine deviation from the project-based schedule. Either whatever schedule we are done during planning and scheduling, if it is the project is deviating or it is taking more larger time, then that is identified in controlling place. And also to replan and reschedule during implementation to compensate the deviation. We can, if we are identified that project is taken larger time, then we can replan and reschedule so that our project is completed on time and the cost of the project is not hampered. So on the basis of commissioning minima, flow of resources like finance, manpower, equipment, and application techniques, we are going to control, or we are going to control the various time, cost, and money. Then comes your last phase, that is closing. In closing phase, it's the last phase of the project which brings close out of the complete project. Whatever the project requires are predefined during this phase. The total delivery is made and it is accepted by the customer. Maximum conflicts can arise in the project during this phase between those who have worked to deliver the outcome, contractor, and those who are accepting the results of the work. So this conflict is going to happen because customer wants something at the end, and contractor has promised something at the outcome, but the outcome sometimes do not come in a certain way which customer has made. So this has to be taken care. This conflict can be resolved if you plan and control properly. So then comes a next topic, that is project management knowledge areas. So there are total three areas, that integration, scope, time, quality, human resources, communication, risk, procurement, documentation, and change. These are the four areas. These are the 9 areas of project management areas, knowledge domain areas. So integration, scope, time, cost, quality, human resources, communication, risk, procurement, document, etc. What is project integration? Project integration management supports various elements of project management which are identified, combined, and coordinated. So coordination is done in the project management using this phase. So project character, develop project management plan, direct and manage project execution, monitor and control project work, perform integrate change control, close project or close. Like that, these things are done in project integration management. In project, what is project character? Project character is nothing but documenting all the that formally authorized project. It also provides information about internal and external parties involved in and affected by project. Documenting initial requirement that satisfy the stakeholders' needs and expectation issued by project initiator or sponsor external to project organization at level appropriate to project funding empowers the power to apply resources to project summary level milestone schedule and summary level budgets. Then comes your second stage domain area of project management, that is project scope management. What thing is done in this? It includes the process required to ensure that project includes all work required, the only work required to complete the project successfully. Okay, so in this phase, we are going to define the scope, what exactly the project is going to look like. Like we are going to create work breakdown structure in this process. Okay, connect the requirements which are there in this process. What is work breakdown structure? The deliverable oriented hierarchy, this decomposition of work to be executed by the project team. To, to be delivered to the customer. Okay, that has to be taken into mind. So it into different parts, like just like this define what is work breakdown structure, dividing the work into different parts. For example, building a house. Building house, if I do divide it as excavation, construction of plinthing, and then column, then comes your slab. If I divide this in this smaller parts, what will happen? The defining the time and labor required, resources required will be easier. So in this way, work breakdown structure helps to do the efficient work. So management become easier. Work breakdown structure. So scheduling, estimating the cost that is required for excavation, example, monitoring and controlling can also be possible. For example, if excavation takes 4 days, is it possible to reduce the this excavation days by 4? Yes, it is possible. So increase the labor like that. This is the example of work bundle structure of a project in which how many, how I going to place the to do in percentage I'm going to see, or excavation installation, piping, cold commissioning. Now very manageable way, and I can assign required staff for the managing this work. So here scope of the project helps the process of project management easier. The time management. What is project time management? Ensure that timely completion of the project is done. So how it is done? Which are required in the project. Sequence the activities, estimate activities resources, estimate activity duration, develop schedule, control schedule. This way, time management helps. Okay. So the process are like following. It is firstly identify project objective, list main phases which are there in project by using the window structure, build initial project schedule, then sequence them do the activities sequence first excavation, then slab, all these things. Then allocate the resources, how many laborers are required, allocate the resources, add loan details are required. Then optimize the schedule, or in lesser time it is possible to make the project. Optimize the schedule. Okay. If the plan is okay, then decide the baseline. If the plan is not okay, then revise it and optimize it. Try to make it optimize. So this helps to make the time management of the project. So if the project is done in time or before time, then hours are divided and it helps. Okay. For time management, different software like manufacturing supply patterns. These softwares are used for time management of the project. Management. In cost management process, involves in estimating, budgeting, and controlling of cost. Okay, this process is there so that the project can be completed within approved budget. So if budget is there for 1 lakh of a construction of a toilets, let's say. So if the budget is there and if you in the planning stage only the estimated budget is going above, then the planning is poor. So the cost into schedule, so done so that our budget doesn't goes beyond expected budget. Estimate of complete changes, control costs. So try to changes so that our budget doesn't go above the budget. Project quality management is the next thing, which ensures project will satisfy needs for which it was undertaken, in which we have to plan the quality, perform quality assurance, perform quality control like ISO standards. ISO 2000 is there for kitchen, ISO 9000 is there for buildings. So quality assurance teams are there to ensure that quality is maintained. That's just like NBA is there for quality of a college. What is quality? Conforms to specification, fitness for use. So in quality management, we are going to plan quality techniques. We are going to perform quality assurance techniques, perform quality control techniques. So project human resource management includes the process that organize, manage, and lead the project team and to make most effective use of project people involved in the project. Okay, so it is going to develop human resource plan, acquire project team, develop project team, manage project team is being done in project human resource management. So here is a flow chart in which human resource management is done, in which the development of HR plan is done, acquire the team, develop project team, manage team, and we are going to integrate change control, develop project management plan. So in this phase, what is this thing? The team which is involved in the project, we are going to develop the team, manage the project team, integrate changes which are required in the team, and develop a project management plan. So all this thing is done in HR management. The project communication team management, in which we are going to identify stakeholders, plan communication, distribute information, manage stakeholders' expectation, report performance. All these things is done in project management process. So it ensures that timely and appropriate generation with project stakeholder can be customer, sponsor, portfolio, program manager, project management office, managers, project team, functional managers, operation management managers, and sellers. This is the flow chart for project communication management, in which also we have to identify the risk involved. We also have to respond to identify, perform qualitative risk analysis, plan it, perform quantitative risk analysis, plan risk responses, monitor and control risk. Then in this phase, the risk is completely mitigated. Okay. Assessment, control, ranking, and mitigation. These are the phases which are there in risk management. Procurement, I told that to uh, the material has to come in time. So it is needed to acquire material goods and services outside and perform organization to meet project scope, whatever scope project scope is there. Because of that, it has to be done. Project generally do not go 100% as planned, resulting into variation from plans in scope, time, cost, quality. Change management generally, so change controls boards are should be there. Project document management, in which management of document is a very important but largely ignored aspect of project management. This can be sophisticated software or simple Excel sheet depending on the organization strategy. Once adopted, its use should be fully exploited, while 100% documents should pass through it and document reviews should be done as per metrics defined. So like this, proper documentation ensures right information to all stakeholders at all times. Avoid obsolete drawings and designs for execution serves a very good engine for future use of project data. Example of a simple document management system is document control log. Thank you for this.